Welcome to a new episode of Khaled's Adventures, where we continue our exciting journey with our hero, who has finally returned to his Egyptian village after his amazing adventure in Zikola. In this episode, we will discover how Khaled faces the return to an old routine, as mysterious events spark a new motivation to search for another world called Amareta. Stay tuned to learn more about the challenges Khaled faces upon returning to the safety of his village, and what the future holds for him. After his great adventure in Zikola, Khaled returned to his Egyptian village laden with memories and experiences he could never forget. However, despite returning to his real world, he felt a sense of alienation in every corner of his village. Everything was as it had always been, the same streets, the same faces, and the same daily routine he had lived for years. But Khaled, who had experienced amazing adventures in Zikola, no longer felt the same harmony with his previous world. Khaled tried to re-engage in the daily activities of his village, but he sensed that something was missing. He ate at the same restaurant and talked with the same friends, but their discussions about agriculture and trade felt like distant echoes, reminding him of how far he was from those conversations that once occupied him. Whenever he attempted to talk about his experience in Zikola, he could feel the coldness, or the cautious curiosity, in the eyes of those around him. His village seemed to be trying to return to its natural course, as if his adventures in Zikola were merely a fleeting tale. During his first days in the village, Khaled found a mysterious letter hidden between the pages of an old book in the village library. The book was covered in dust, and the letter was carefully concealed within its pages. Upon opening it, Khaled discovered a text speaking of a place called Amareta, a parallel world to Zikola, but stranger and more complex. The letter was not just a recounting of a legend, it was a warning of an impending danger, confirming that his journey was not yet over. A strange feeling washed over Khaled, as if the letter was speaking to him personally, asking him to return to the unknown. Khaled, after deep contemplation, decided to return to Zikola. He knew that the return would be fraught with dangers, but the call of the message was too strong. Amareta was a new name, yet it stirred within him a strong desire for exploration and challenge. Khaled began gathering what he needed for the journey and spoke to his family and friends about his plan. Despite their worries and hesitations, they offered him advice and support, urging him to be cautious. Upon arriving in Zikola, Khaled faced the changes that had occurred in the city since his departure. The city was as he remembered, but every corner bore signs that things might be more complicated. He started searching for any information about Amareta, and found a few people who knew something about that world. Among them, he met a young woman named Elia, who lived in a remote area. Elia was not just a guide, she held the key to understanding the world of Amareta. The first episode ended with Khaled standing at a crossroads, torn between returning to the safety of his village, or embarking on a new adventure filled with mystery and danger. At the end of our episode today, Khaled found himself facing a fateful decision: to return to his normal life in his village, or to move forward on a new journey to the world of Amareta. How will Khaled deal with these challenges? Will the mysterious message lead him to a new adventure filled with risks and secrets? Stay tuned for the next episode for more excitement and suspense.